ArcDroid CNC is not just limited to the use of this controller. You can also design your parts in a 3D CAD software and then upload it to the controller. You can also find your favorite design on the internet, and all you need is a DXF format, and then you upload it to your USB stick and you upload it to the controller. Here I have my USB stick. I go to load, and here I have the DXF format of a compass arrow. And here I can see the basic outline shape. Now here I have a few options. You can sort where it will start cutting inside to outside. That is okay for me. The origin input, and then you also can set the scale or the specific width or height. I will set it to 150 millimeters because that's what I want. Now it will convert it to a smaller shape. And boom, here I have it. Right cut, and the origin, boom, it's in the center, right where I want it. Here I have my design. I can run it. And here is the finished design. As you can see, I didn't set up my plasma cutter properly, and I also didn't set the ArcDroid correctly because the curve width is actually more than 1 millimeter, and that is why all these very thin parts just broke off. Okay, that's one thing, but let's say I don't want to use a plasma cutter, I want to use something else. I want to use a laser. Right now I have a plasma torch attached to my ArcDroid, but I will disassemble this and try to attach my laser welder / cutter to the ArcDroid, and then I will try and cut something with laser. A friend of mine also 3D printed this adapter for the laser gun, so it will fit easier inside. It's a pretty tight fit, but that's good. Now before I go into my previous design, I'm just gonna cut a little rectangle and we'll see how it goes. Okay. So yeah, it cuts. Okay, so now that I've tested the laser, I can go ahead and cut out my design from previous project with this laser. Hopefully it will be a lot better. Nice, we're finished. I can remove the laser. Got to remove some parts. Yeah, the design is pretty much cleaner than the one from the plasma cutter. Here you have the very rough comparison. This one is laser cut, but this one is also 1 millimeter thick and this one is 3 millimeters thick. It broke off the both E letters because this one welded to the table and this one just broke off because it was too hot. Very good test. Now I know that I can basically laser cut on my ArcDroid CNC. So yeah, let's make another design. So I got these stainless steel leftovers that I can use for my next project, but I have to watch out because stainless steel acts like a mirror and it can reflect and shoot back at my laser gun, and basically destroy a perfectly working laser. That's why I have my adapter tilted at, let's say, 1 degree angle. So it's not shooting straight down, it's actually at an angle. And the second thing that I'm gonna do is, instead of having this polished surface, I will just roughly sand it so it's not, you know, like mirror finished. Now, as you can see, it is lightly sanded. Okay. My next design is also on USB drive and it's in DXF format. It's like a Batman wall decor. And here's the design, and I can set the scale or the dimensions. I made some custom settings for the laser and I go into tune. These are all the settings that I use for 2mm stainless steel, and let's try it. Boom, boom. The cutting is finished and looks to be pretty good, but it welded a bit to the table. Maybe I should have higher travel speed, you know. And this is how it looks. A little polish, and this is basically like a picture, like a wall art or something. For my next project, I'm gonna make a bracket for this thing. This is a steering rack for my go-kart. And what I wanna do is find center of all these holes. I can do this with the stylus and then make the outside shape for this thing. Steering rack is clamped to the table so it doesn't move around. On the controller, I select trace and then I will just press the button on the stylus and it will give me coordinates for my holes. All I do now is position the stylus right above the hole, and then I lower the stylus with this button. And these are my first coordinates for the center of the first hole. Now I can just click on the stylus and the center of the hole is saved. The diameter of the hole is 8.5 mm. And that's pretty much it. Okay, next hole. I raise the stylus, move my stylus to the next hole and repeat the process. As you can see, here I am now. And here's the next hole. Boom, 8.5 mm, right cut, okay. Next up is the outline. I'm going to select the corners. Let's say here, click, and then I move to here, click, and then I have to select the radius. Now I select the midpoint of the radius and the end point, probably somewhere here. Now that I'm finished tracing, I can disconnect the stylus and dismantle it from the ArcDroid. And I can install the mount for my torch or a laser welder. But this time I'm gonna be using the plasma cutter because laser cutting is a little expensive. You need nitrogen and it's not that powerful for thicker materials. I unclamp the steering rack and I can start cutting. So these were the settings for 2mm stainless steel, and if I don't want to lose these settings, I can save them here and I just write, you know, whatever I want. 2mm laser stainless steel. Okay, now I'm going back to my plasma cutting. I should bump up the speed. I just realized that I made a mistake. The holes are too big because I got it set to outside cutting. But that's not a problem because I can just go to the controller and edit that settings. As you can see, I have it set to left cut. I need the right cut. And then it automatically changes for all these 4 holes. As you can see here on the image, the white lines are the path of the torch. So it should be inside. Much better than previously. The holes align perfectly, just like I traced them before. Nice. The ArcDroid is not limited to plasma cutters or laser cutters or any kind of electronic device. You can also use it with a marker. This is a marker holder attachment from ArcDroid. And what you get is this bracket, slider with the marker inside already. You can use any other marker as long as the diameter fits in here. You also get a dongle like this so that the controller knows you are using the marker, and it will work a little differently than with a torch. The first thing I will do is put the marker inside. It should be about 12 millimeters out, and then I just screw this in. The marker will go here, and this bracket goes instead of the torch. Now I just connect the dongle in here, and you will see a different icon here in the top. I have some designs in DXF format on my USB drive. Let's try this one. I can zoom in, zoom out, adjust the scale or the dimensions. Any kind of sorting isn't necessary because I'm not cutting, but if I want a preview of what I want, then I can go in and out. Origin, let's leave it, I don't know, maybe in the center. Instead of right cut or left cut, I just use the center cut because I want to draw lines and I want them in the center. Also, no lead. I just put this to 0. Okay, I can make it a little bit faster. I don't know, let's say 2500. Curve 0, pierce delay, let's say 0, off delay 0. For my drawing design I will use a sheet of paper. You can probably use wood, acrylic, cardboard, basically anything that a Sharpie would write on. Finished. For my next design I will be using settings that are exactly the same for the plasma cutting, because I want to have a preview of how the plasma cutter will behave. So, lead will be 2 millimeters. Okay, and right cut, that's exactly what I want. Sort from in and out. Okay, and I will be using 3 millimeter plasma cutter, so I will just use these settings. Feed rate, clear Z, pierce Z. Here you can clearly see the in and out points, like here the lead in this corner, up here and on these corners. And this is how you get like 100% the same design as you would cut with a plasma torch. I hope you got a rough idea of what ArcDroid CNC, basically robotic arm, is capable of. Its main purpose is for plasma cutters, but as you can see, it can also handle other devices. You can use a marker, you can use a laser cutter. One thing you have to know, you can also get a sled for the ArcDroid, which gives you a bigger working area because you can slide the ArcDroid from one side to the other. Hopefully you like the videos of this device, and hopefully we will see it in other projects on this channel.